Family, good morning. It is Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much for joining me on Tuesday, February 3rd. I appreciate you guys being active inside the comment box. I appreciate those that are fan funders of this program and those that are subscribers. And if you're just here for the first time or you're just kind of cruising along or you've been kind of warming up to Bama Football on YouTube, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I am live on Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Central Time. We have a podcast that goes out every morning at 4 a.m. I know you're like, every morning? Yes, and it does. And then news as it happens. And then we also have watch-alongs during Alabama, basketball or football games, and probably even one during the Super Bowl. So we're just celebrating life, and I appreciate you guys being here. So thank you so much. I'll give some morning shout-outs in a minute, and I just want to say thank you as I always kind of open the show, right? So yesterday, finally, we got some stuff from Brian Grubb, right? And there was a great interview. I mean, it was a short interview. It was like under 3 minutes with a TV reporter, Juliana Reinbach. And to be honest, I don't even know where WAKA is out of, right? But she did a great job, and I thought she did ask a couple of good questions, right? And it kind of led off with what I was talking about yesterday about having Trent Seaborn being all in. Remember when I kind of went off on that, and I was explaining how much of a blessing it is to have somebody like Trent Seaborn want to be so invested in Alabama football, right? And we can't tell the future. I mean, I would imagine that Elijah Haven also commits here, and then, that's kind of the guy. But to see somebody as talented as Seaborn from here, it says a lot. He's an in-state guy, right? And I think when you look to what Ryan Grubb said yesterday about in-state recruiting being the lifeblood of the program, yeah, he's right. And he just got here. He's going on to his second season. And I know I've been asking for like photos of him on the recruiting trail. I don't even know, to be honest, if this might be kind of a new thing, but I don't think a lot of the OCs and the DCs are going to be out kind of recruiting like the other assistant coaches. You could look to Kane Womack, kind of the same thing now I was thinking about it. And the same thing I think with Ohio State, OC and DC. Now these guys are at the junior days and they're kind of making their way around. But to kind of put it together, the in-state is so important. Where I'm going with this is talking about the in-state guys that Alabama has wrapped up over the last couple of years and how they're kind of excelling within the program. And I think when you look to this particular class this coming year, as I've, frequently talk about, some people just have the it factor. And would you say yes or no? And I asked this earlier. I think I asked this on the Wake Up Bama podcast, but I'll ask the live crew. Do you feel like Crowell and Cederian Morgan kind of have that it factor? And what the it factor means for me is like guys that can play sooner than later. And I would say yes, 100%. I think Ezavier Crowell and Cederian Morgan each fit that criteria because of a few different commonalities that they have. Number one, I think they're physically developed to be able to play in the SEC, which is ultra rare. You got to be like the ultra rare percentile to be able to play in the SEC. Like, it's so crazy. Like, to even play as a freshman anywhere is outstanding, let alone coming to the University of Alabama to be able to play as a freshman is just, that should tell you everything that you need to know about how high level these prospects are coming in. Now, the great thing about those positions that they play in, running back and receiver, we don't have like a certified guy there. We really don't. We don't have a featured running back right now. We don't have I think the wide receiver room, somebody could take it. Whoever wants it. I think it's kind of open, and I think you have to kind of retake that room. I think Ryan Williams kind of has to set that tone and show everybody that it's like he's the guy. But right now, I don't know. I think it's up for grabs, to be honest, in terms of being the number one running back, the number one wide receiver, at least at this point in time. So having two guys come in and understanding kind of the lifeblood of the program, and like I was saying too, you're not going to bat 1,000 in in-state recruiting, and you're going to lose some guys. That's just the nature of it. But you're going to get top-level recruits, which is important. But top-level recruits, this is important, still want to come here, okay? All right, still want to come to Alabama, which is the most important thing. And as I was saying, when you have guys that are leaving the program that are saying great things about DeBoer, and you guys have guys coming in still wanting to be here, it says a lot to me. So welcome to the show. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. I'm going to go over a couple more quotes that stood out for me from Ryan Grubb on the show, and then on the back end, we're going to look at the defense. We did a deep dive on the offense yesterday, kind of going into February, now that the transfer portal has settled, and we'll do an assessment of each of the positions, and then I'll take your call. So thank you so much for everybody that's kicking it with me today. Yo, how about, as we're doing our shout-outs, it is 49 degrees right now in Tuscaloosa. And are you serious? The weather, it's the big thaw is happening. So I'm so happy. This morning it was 35 at the workout, and we're like in T-shirts, So feeling good on this beautiful Tuesday morning as we get out of that deep freeze. Young C, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here. Bruce Williams, good to see you. Max Tooney, what's up, bro? Good to see you, as always, up inside the com box. Miss Amanda Jane is here. Thank you so much for being on the program. Same with Mrs. Crystal Jones. We have Bruce Williams. We got Chris OG. We got Rocket Town. We got Bruce is coming to us from Fort Wayne, Indiana. We got Anna coming with it. She won the last hoodie. Right, there's our first hoodie winner of this year. We got Will, what's up, man? J. Cole coming with it as well. We got Rex Green, what's up, man? Rex, good to see you, brother. We have J. Cole. We have Justin RTR. We have Danny the Great, good to see you as well. Michael Hill, what's up, man? Dan Caraway, good to see you. Ty, what's up, man? Thanks for being on the program. Jay, what's up, man? Where you at today, man? Where you driving through today? And Jarvis has, I think you should add your intro and outro on Wake Up Bama. I think that is a great idea. Yeah, maybe I could do, I'm gonna noodle with that, that's a good idea. I'm very open to all the feedback. Seriously, I do all the stuff. So everything you see, I come up with it. So some stuff works, some stuff doesn't. And what I'm doing is I'm running the ball, okay? It's like we're going to run the ball, and we're just going to kind of get down the field, okay? And sometimes we might have explosives, but, yeah, I'm always open to your guys' ideas for sure. Ty Rob, what's up, bro? Appreciate you being here. Curtis Bishop, good to see you this morning. Someone say, did I see a taco emoji? Yeah. Yo, it's Taco Tuesday. Man, you know what? Truth be told, I can't tell you the last time that I know this is going to sound embarrassing, but I've been in the lab so much, I haven't even went out to eat anywhere else, right? Like, I get it. Like, I'll get the kids, take out every once in a while, but I'm kind of feeling like some tacos. But if what's crazy though, if I'm going to do some tacos, I'm going to do it myself. So, and I did have tacos recently, and they were bomb, okay? So, I don't know. You do you, and I appreciate you being here on Taco Tuesday. All right, so thank you to everybody that's been here, okay? And that was evil to drop that taco emoji because it's only 10 and I'm already hungry. All right, so one of the best pieces that Ryan Grubb said yesterday, and again, this is from that 3-minute interview. We got a lot out of it. But he said a physical mindset. Physical mindset is paramount to the offense. That's what Ryan Grubb said. And I was thinking about it. I was like, man, that's it, okay? Yeah, you're earning points. Sometimes points earned, points deducted. This is points earned, okay? You're saying the right things, okay? This is good. You're warming me back up in a cold month where I was cold on you, okay? Physical mindset. Everybody knows that. And Kalen DeBoer, they clearly made a decision that the offensive line wasn't physical enough. That was the problem. So they went and they were proactive in fixing that problem. What they felt like we're asking for something. Look, did we ask for a change for the offensive line, coach? Yes or no? Did we ask? We did, and he delivered. He delivered. Okay, points added. So DeBoer made a change, and you have Ryan Grubb, who clearly understands that they want to take a step forward with the run game. That is, okay, now you're saying the right things, bro, okay? Now let's put it into place, and what does that plan look like? And the plan clearly is the physical mindset is paramount to what they want to do. They have to be. And you know what? I'm dead serious in saying this. I think these two fine individuals, okay, came in from the Pac-12, from Washington, and I believe this with my entire heart and soul. I think they got a reality check on the physicality that the SEC brings. And am I right? Do you agree with that point? You can play in the Big 12. You can play in the Pac-12 or the Big 10, or I mean, there's two teams in the Pac-12 now, but you get what I'm saying. And I think that, like, unless you have gone through a season or two in the SEC, you probably view the SEC as a place that you can come in and compete just because you got guys. But I don't think that you really understand the demanding physical toll week by week about playing in the SEC. Right? Imagine these two guys, right? They had success, and then imagine that first season of the grind of the SEC. And once you kind of get into that meat of it, the week after week after week grind, that's a lot. So you quickly understand that finesse football isn't going to work in the SEC. It's just not. Finesse football will get you beat. And you have to be the aggressor. You have to be so physical. You have to be too deep. You have to be loaded. And you have to scheme to be physical. And you're like, scheme to be physical? Yeah, you do. You have to ground and pound. You have to be relentless in your approach and how you play on offense and on defense. The SEC is a league up from all the other leagues collectively. Now, has the Big Ten won the last whatever championships? Yes. But collectively, the SEC is a more difficult league to win than any other conference in college football, period. So I think these two guys now going into this season have been like, yo, man, this is like the NFL. And we have to adjust to that physical mindset going forward. So physical mindset, and I totally understand, and I totally get it too. Talk is cheap. Action delivers. So us as fans, yeah, you can butter us up by saying the right things, but until we see you execute it on Saturday and the next Saturday and the next Saturday, talk is cheap, right? We're like, all right, it cheapens it until you show us. Plain and simple, right? So I thought that was a good soundbite. But kind of going a little bit deeper to it, right, is that he says, look, I know everyone is eager to see improvements in the run game, myself included, a physical mindset be paramount. Do you really feel, fam, this year, and I'm going to address it with a poll, okay? Do you feel that Alabama will take steps forward in the run game this year? Like, are you buying a little bit of this right now? Will Alabama's run game improve this next season? And I guess I'm going to start the poll. And I guess you're like, what does improvement mean? Does it mean more yards? Does it mean more of a commitment to the run? Does it mean offensive line is also doing their job? I think that's kind of vague, right? I'm 100% on board with y'all too. I think we do take steps forward in the run. It can't get worse. Yo, if there's no way that it can get worse. No way. Yeah, Max, you're right? It's like, honestly, what would it do to get worse? So it has to get better. Todd, what's up, dog? Good to see you inside the comment box. Dirty South, what's up, bro? Michael Hill says this. He's like, I don't see how it can improve, right? Tell me there's a possibility that could get worse. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, Max is starting to talk numbers now. So what is kind of a baseline that we'd like to see? Those are things that we need to think about. And Taiwo Rise is like, look, it's talk. Until you see them actually performing, and until you see it, it's believing. I totally get it. But there's no way. Look, family, this is it. There is no way that we can go from 125, okay, 125, backwards. I bet the house on it. I would say, okay, this will make me happy. If they finish like somewhere in the 90s, and you could still improve on that. But I'm saying, like, everybody kind of points to 2023 when, Washington had a running back that ran for 1,200 yards, right? Dylan Johnson. But still, they finished 106 in the nation running the ball that year. So the true statistics are this, and I know statistics are like, I like stats. Some people are like, they're air, that's noise. But 2023, stay with me. Washington finished 106 in rushing, okay? Out of what, 134 teams? The next year, Seattle Seahawks under Grubb finished 28 out of 32. The next year, under Ryan Grubb, they finished 125 out of 134 teams. So William Hino brings up a good question. This last year, I think there was 134 teams, but that's a number that changes. So the last 3 years, you know what I'm saying? That's where I kind of see it. There's been no 1,000-yard rusher. That's not that big of a deal to me. I'm talking about like production from a variety of guys. Like if you hit the 1,000-yard mark, they're not going to this year. There's no way that we have a running back that hits 1,000 yards. There's just not. The mindset, we talked about that. The run game has to definitely set the tone. And I think if we're able to have a run game that does set the tone, then that provides for our quarterbacks to do what they need to do. And we got some super chats, and man, you know what? We kind of went through a little super chat desert, but now we're cooking right now. Lag Gaming, what's up, dog? Lag Gaming is always supporting, man. I appreciate you, bro. Imagine we run way more, but we get stuff for yards every time. No, that's what you call beyond frustrating. And then Michael Hill with the super, man. Thank you, Michael. There's a clear commitment to the run game this year. We acquired some quality offensive linemen to get ready to play some smash mouth football. Those are the things that I think the transactions that we made in January, I think painted that, right? And although we don't know the offensive line setup, it does feel, at least when you kind of put it out there visually, I like to kind of envision in my mind Michael Carroll on the right, and I don't know why I've been putting Nick Brooks at right guard. I don't even know if that makes sense. I know he can play guard. Even if you put Will Sanders there, or I don't know, maybe like Ty Haywood plays right guard. I don't know. But my point is, those are guys that we feel, because Michael Carroll, we can all agree that Michael Carroll's a mauler, right? Like, Peachy's going crazy over here. You okay, baby? She's trying to get comfortable in this bed. These dogs, man. She's good now. You good, baby? But Michael Carroll has that mindset. We've known that since the minute we saw Michael Carroll. That's why we wanted Michael Carroll so bad, is because he plays to the whistle and throughout. So kind of like, can that mindset spill into the other guys? If you have even two maulers on this offensive line, just imagine, right? So, and I think at the bottom, and again, Michael, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it, bro. The stable of running backs we've shown you is there, right? We got guys. And I think just in plain English, like, running the ball will be good for the team. It'll be good for the coaches, and it'll be good for the fans. You want to win, like, more fans over, okay? Like, you know what? Look, have a day, okay? Have a day, and look, don't show anything. Run the ball, right? Like, run the ball during a day. That's it. That's all you have to do. That's how you make everybody happy. Be like, the headlines are, Alabama runs the ball 66 times during a day. Alabama rules. What's up, man? Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here, bro. I'm serious. Who has a breakout year out of all the players that are transfers? I would say Who has a breakout year? Are you just talking like transfer players? Um, let's see. I think Noah Rodgers will have a strong year. But if I had to say anybody like has like a kind of a breakout year from a transfer portal perspective, I would probably say Lorcan Quinn. I think he'll have kind of the biggest impact. I think having a kicker that can kick within, that 50-yard range is going to make Alabama that much more dangerous on offense. We haven't had that. I mean, that's a big leg, right? That takes pressure off of the offense, and it shouldn't be hard for us to kind of get into that zone to where Lorcan can get some points if needed. I mean, that's a huge weapon coming in. Ryan Grubb also said that he's got 2 quarterbacks that are the best in the nation. And I started thinking about it. I was like, wow, man, that he feels confident about that, right? And I think when you look at the quarterbacks, right, it's like 2 of the best in the nation. Are these guys, let me ask you this, inside the comment box. Are Keelan Russell and Austin Mack, are they better than Arch Manning? Yes or no, inside the comment box. Are these guys better than Trinidad Chambliss? Right? Are these guys better than Sam Levitt? Right? Do you feel that these 2 quarterbacks are really like the best in the nation? Brendan Sorsby right now at Texas Tech. Do you think that they're better than him? Mensah at Miami. Well, yeah, I'm just, I think they're, I guess like, I think they can be. We just really haven't seen them play. So the B says same level as Arch, okay. J. Cole says yes. B-Rob says no. Darren Jenkins says yes. That could be a better poll question. And I'm kind of with Hacker Music. I don't know. I think that we all want to believe that that's the case, but until we see these guys play a large volume of games, I have no idea. But Ryan Grubb, he's going to back his quarterbacks, right? But that's a hefty comment to say. It's like you have 2 of the best quarterbacks in the country. I mean, of course you're going to say that, but I don't know. If they were the best quarterbacks like right now, then why didn't they play more last season? Are you saying that Ty Simpson was, was there that big of a gap between Ty Simpson and these guys last year? I mean, and that's kind of interesting to think about because Austin Mack already had 3 years under his belt and he still couldn't, get on the field. That's how much better. So you see what I'm saying? You think there's a huge gap between Ty Simpson and Austin Mack and Keelan Russell? Like a huge gap? Or do you think it's closer? Because if you're saying closer, then why didn't they play more that Ty Simpson was like 60% healthy during the season? I always find that kind of weird. He said, Ryan Grubb also said this, I think we discussed this, that, those guys, he's talking about Ezavier Crowell and Cederian Morgan, that they're both going to play this year, right? We kind of cruised through that. And I believe it for sure. So that's kind of like our offensive kind of wrap up. And next up, we'll go through the defense like we did offense yesterday. We're going to go through the defense, and I start with the defensive question, okay? So need your help inside the comment box. And this is called You Make the Call, okay? So which linebacker has the biggest season in 2026 out of our super sophomores right here, okay? Daryl Duke Johnson, Luke Metz, Abdul Sanders. Each of these guys is a sophomore. They all played more than 4 games last year in a variety of, whether that was special teams or whatever. So which linebacker has the biggest season? And you look at the inside linebackers, you got, and we're going to look at it here in a minute. But, these guys are very talented. Young, but talented. A lot of people would say Mets out the gate so far. Yeah, type A, B, C for whoever you think. I don't know. I really don't. You know, I think I was like Daryl Duke Johnson is just one hell of an athlete. But last spring, if I remember correctly, it was Abdul Sanders who had a really big breakthrough in the springtime. Like, because if you rewind to last spring, a lot of the veterans were banged up, so a lot of these younger guys got reps. And I think one of the main guys was like QB Reese and like Abdul Sanders. People kept talking about him, which is impressive considering like who Luke and Duke Johnson are, right? I don't know. I just wanted to kind of start with that because I was like, huh, that's a good question, as we have a lot of questions about the inside linebacker. Friday at 10:45, we will spin another pinwheel. Okay, we have one person in so far. Okay, so this is the pinwheel raffle. All right, and to get into the raffle for this hoodie, okay, next week we'll do something else on next Friday. By the way, next Friday, great movie. Bama_YouTube, Cash App, Bama YouTube. Okay, you can get in 3 opportunities if you want. Or if you just want to buy the gear, I'll just put the link in the description box, okay? So, the raffle is back. I mentioned that the raffle's back. And Anna won last week. So, she's our first winner of the 2026 season, okay? I think next week we might do a hat. So, we'll see. Keep you guys posted. All right, we got the Super Bowl coming up, right? So, now is a great time to dive into Sleeper. And you can download the app. $20 is downloading the app. That's all you got to do for the Super Bowl. Or you can, you know what? They even have college basketball as well. I think I'm going to try this college basketball tomorrow. And what we'll do is we'll put up, so like last game though, I was way off. It had LeBaron Philon going for over 27 against Florida. There was no way in hell he was going to score 27. I would have missed on that. I'm going to try it again for Texas A&M, and I feel pretty confident. But if you download the app, you get $20 and then get a $100 deposit match up to $100. So terms and conditions apply. Available in 25 states. So thank you for supporting Sleeper. All right, let's go to the defense, and we'll take a look at the defense. We did the offense yesterday, and we start with Alabama's defensive line. Okay, so what we do on here, there's a couple things that I need help with. If something needs to be adjusted or corrected, let me know. If there's like a player missing or something like that, let me know. And then, as we always start out with, we start with by assessing the room. And we assess on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being like absolutely elite. 7 is kind of like, pretty good, feeling really good about it. 5 is like, no, mid. And then anything else is just like, trash. So we look to the defensive line. I'll leave it full screen so I can just kind of read over the names real quick. We have Jeremiah Beeman. We have Adrian Klemm. We have Isaiah Faga. We have Stephen Boomwa. We have London Simmons. We have new transfer Devin Tompkins. We have Kedrick B. Jones, who's coming in from Mississippi State. We got Camarion Johnson. We got Jamari Matthews. We got Corey Howard. And we got Terrence Green, who's a transfer from Oregon. I like this room, okay? What do you, it's a good room. What would you guys say on a scale of 1 to 10 where we're at with the defensive line? And again, like we can put up graphics in terms of like who we think might start, but we don't know. I would imagine that Terrence Green is a starter. I would imagine that Jeremiah Beeman gets a lot of playing time. Edric Hill's really good, and so is Faga. Stephen Boomwa was an interesting one because he never really played that much last year. He probably might be still in development. And then London Simmons is going to get on the field a lot. Okay? He might even start. He started last year a couple times. I think I'm going to vote high on this one, fam. I think I might go like 7-7. Right? I mean, I want to see the guys, some of the transfers, how they are even at spring practice. But I think my starting point might be like 7 to that 7.7 range, somewhere in there, and with a lot of room to grow. Like one of the clearly the transfers are always exciting to see, but like this is like Is he just a big body, or can this guy move around? I'm talking about Kedrick B. Jones. Devin Tompkins, we going to see him inside or at that bandit position? Like, what are we going to see from this young man? And then Terrence Green, is he going to be – he's going to be huge. What type of athleticism comes with his size, right? Those are my questions. Do you have – that was the other thing that we were doing with the offense yesterday. What is your question about the defensive line? What is your question or questions about the defensive line? Cloud, what's up, man? Cloud's talking about the running backs. I guess my question is, how athletic are Devin Tompkins and Terrence Green? That's one for me. And I guess, and we won't be able to find this out for a while, but what type of pass rush can we get out of these guys? Does anybody have a sleeper in the room? Right? Is there one guy you think might kind of jump onto the scene? Todd, what do you think, bro? Yeah, Wade's World, loved it, dude. Like, the pass rush needs to be turned on. The on button needs to be turned on like in the springtime. Pass rush is a huge thing, right? Major, what's up, man? Good to see you, bro. Jarvis says, will we be able to generate more pressure on the quarterback? Yes. So a lot of this is all pressure related. I think that's the main thing. Because after watching Miami, man, I was like, whoa. I mean, we can say what we want about Miami and it's, funny things, but that pass rush, that was probably one of the best pass rushes, like units that I've seen in a while. Like in a long while. The Miami this past year, they were great. You're super fast, super athletic, big. I mean, chasing down whoever. Outstanding unit, A+ across the board, 100%. Yo, Max, I wonder about Stephen Boumois too, man. I see him out there, and he looks incredible. Like, passes the eyeball test 100%, right? Maybe he'll come around in this next year. Okay, let's look at, this is a graphic I guess we cooked up at some point. Do we like this? Theoretically, you could slide in, a variety of positions, but just kind of looking at something just to have a little bit of, meat on the bone. I wouldn't be mad at this. So you got Yanzi. I actually really like this setup, to be honest. And look, the great thing about Alabama's defense is they're going to be able to have a lot of rotational pieces, right? So you can mix guys in and out. And that is what makes you so much better. That's what gives you wins, is your ability to have a strong two deep, which I think Alabama clearly does. All right, bandit position. All right, let's look at it. How are we feeling on a scale of 1 to 10 here with the bandit? This was, I'll be curious to see what you guys say here, because we lost some guys here. There's a lot of guys that moved out, okay? LT Overton, Keon Keeley, Jordan Renaud, right? I would say Caleb Smith, I saw a video of him. He's putting in the work. I don't know like how close he is to getting on the field. Fatoa Henry, I like this guy's game. I don't know. He's kind of like in the same boat of Stephen Boumois. It's like, are we going to see something from this man right now? Noah Wilson, I guess we have him at Bandit. That makes sense. Dude, he could play. This guy. And then I think when the questions, you look at the questions for these guys like Devin Tompkins and Zulu coming in, right? I don't know. What do you guys say? So 10, wow. A lot of people are really liking the Bandit. Wow. Yo, Bama family, I agree, man. Like Fatoa, Beast. Maybe, I don't know. Something might, I don't know. What's up, Signal Man? Thanks for being here, bro. And I don't know. Like, I was told that Evan Tompkins can play bandit or, inside. That's why I listed him here. Who knows how it goes? And I think with Zulu, too, I think he can also play the wolf position. That gives you a lot of variety, right? Okay, I guess we could put Zulu on this graphic, too. So, Ja Latham, I don't know if this is... So, the Tuscaloosa News recently said that Ja Latham is coming back. But there's been, I don't know if Coach Kalen DeBoer has announced that yet. I would imagine he is. He's a guy that would come back for his seventh season. 7 seasons? Are you serious? Man. Well, who was that guy for Oregon State? I think he was from Oregon State. He played 9 seasons. You have Yanzi Pierre coming back, one of the top players on defense. You have Justin Hill. Yo, look how on this graphic I did him dirty, man. I need to fix this. His hair, man. I need to fix that. And then I guess Ezavier Griffin. Fam, yo, is Ezavier Griffin going to play the wolf position? Yes or no? That's another question I'm going to keep asking until you guys tell me. Just like I continue to ask you about a Michael Carroll. What would you say about this room, fam? Scale of 1 to 10. We like? Oh, Patrick points out that WAKA is Montgomery. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. The young reporter did a great job, by the way. Hacker Music says, I like the Bandit players, but I can't make myself like the Bandit Wolf scheme. Is that kind of you're kind of warming up to the, 4-2-5 that Kane runs? I'll tell you what, man, they made a lot of ground, right? From the first year. Okay. Inside backer room, okay? Let's look at this room. You got Caleb Woodson in from Virginia Tech. He's on the left. Caden Jones, 6'4", 230. Big dude. QB Reese, a lot of people like QB. Right? And then I asked you earlier on the show, the 3 freshmen. So you got Duke, Luke, and Abdul. And then you have Zay Hall down here, right out of Broderick. That's you, bro. He's a Hillcrest Patriot. You guys like this room? This is, I guess, my biggest questions regarding the Alabama defense are with the inside backer room, because you lost 3 veterans that were significant. The sophomores, if they can play at a very high level, we're good for depth. Caleb Woodson comes in with his experience, and then Caden Jones and QB Reese, right? They kind of turn from the, kind of in the middle to veterans now. Guys that have been here for 3 years within the program. They should be 100 million% ready to go. Anybody in here kind of feel that Caden Jones, we might be sleeping on Caden Jones a little bit? We have any Caden Jones fans in here? Yeah, Jay points out that Jacob Patrick back. Yep, 100%. Yeah, my questions are here. None of these guys played here last year. Corners. I mean, look at this. Rate this room on a scale of 1 to 10. The corners. Go ahead. It's crazy. I mean, you lose Damani, not a loss, right? I mean, I think you lose his veteran experience, but I mean, the guy, talent-wise, zero drop-off at the corners. In fact, I think the corners are better this year because they have more experience. I mean, Xavier Brown, I would argue he's one of the top corners in the country. If he's not first team All SEC, I would be preseason All SEC. I'd be like shocked. Dejon Lee, I mean, that, come on. 100%. This will be Chuck McDonald's second year. Jordan Edmonds, man. Jordan Edmonds, he's going to play too. That's another freshman. Zion Gibson. This room is, I mean, loaded. Right? 10s across the board. 100%. Okay? And then, I don't know who else to put here at the Husky. Do you have any names just to throw out for the Husky position? I'm going to write them down, and then just, it might not – look, we'll update this when we start to see guys actually practicing, but I'm going to write this. Husky, is there any other names that you'd like to see added to this? And right now I got Red Morgan. I got Dre. Should I keep Dre here? Is there anyone else that you would put at the Husky spot? What you think, fam? Let's see. Could we put anyone from here? Could you maybe put Chuck McDonald there? Maybe? I don't know. See, I was thinking that too, Wade. Wade says Jariah Edwards. I asked on him. They said safety. Jariah, okay. I'll put Jariah here. Just so we could look at it. Who knows? And if he's not playing there in the springtime, we'll take him off. Mincy, great addition with Mincy. Oh, I like that. Okay, that makes sense to me. You know what? Mincy could be a really good Husky. He's got good size on him too. These guys are, I mean, maybe we want some more guys on the board right here, but these two guys are we're good right here, right? Yeah, I like Mincy at Husky. I wrote that down. So I'm going to add Jariah and Mincy to this. Okay, our safeties, I mean, this is crazy. Oh, what about Carmelo O'Neal? I wonder if we keep him at safety or we move him to corner. Maybe, I don't know. So we got Keon Sabb. I didn't think that Keon Sabb would return. I knew that Bray Hubbard would. I knew he would. I did not expect Keon Sabb to come back. And what does that do kind of to the room? So maybe we can move Mincy to Husky. Ivan Taylor, he's got to play. Carmelo O'Neal comes in. I think you could move him. Well, he played a lot of safety. I don't know if he could play corner maybe. And then Jariah Edwards probably has to play too. And then Rael Kelly's coming in. Yeah, I don't know. You might have to kind of that seems like a lot of safeties. Too many safeties, to be honest. So maybe you switch a couple guys around and maybe could we put any of these guys at corner? One more guy here at corner. We might. Let's see. I don't know if this guy can play corner or not, but maybe you move him to corner. Maybe you move him to Husky. That kind of shrinks down the room a little bit. It makes way for Jariah to kind of take over at safety for Keon Sabb. Alabama Poe points out the team is young. On offense, for sure. There's limited experience on offense. Defense, you have secondary who has experience. But I think the offense is very, very young. And it's going to be young comparatively to the rest of college football, I mean, it just is. Where you want O'Neal, Rex? All right. So that's kind of where we stand on the defensive side of the football. I'm going to show you special teams real quick. And then we'll take some calls right here on Bama Football on YouTube. So let me get that set up real quick. All right. And here's a look at special teams. We didn't put this with offense. We're rolling with this on defense. So going into February, kind of like a roster refresh. Lorcan Quinn, huge addition. Connor Talty, Adam Watford came here from Northern Alabama. Good addition, right? Alex Osbroff, another punter. Ethan, it's Stangl, I think. I think we need to update Ethan's name. Stangl. Yeah, it's Stangl. We need to update this young man's name. Let's see. Okay. Stangle. Okay. And then I guess I could make another graphic for like return positions. Maybe that's what I should do. Okay. That sounds good. So I'll add return graphics. Do you feel that I'll go full screen on this. Who else would be like good returners? For this team? I got Lazier Brooks returning kicks, right? You know what? How about Noah Rogers? So what I'm asking for inside the comment box is names for kick returner, punt returner. I'm going to say Noah Rogers. Okay. Noah Rogers. Kevin Riley. Okay. Oh, Aubrey Walker. Okay, there you go, Joe. Joe, you've been promoted to special teams coordinator, bro. Okay, Kevin Riley. I love that name for that. I mean, because he's got the pop. Aubrey Walker and T. Brown. Not mad at that. Yeah. Okay. Mathis. MJ Mathis. Okay. MJ Mathis. All right. So I got, for special teams, my graphic is going to contain Noah, Lottie, Kevin Riley, Walker, Trayshawn Brown, MJ Mathis. So, yeah, I'll put that graphic together next time. So, all right. Okay. Coming up next, I'll be back in 1 minute. I'm going to get the call line, and I'll take your calls right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. All right, fam. We are back. I appreciate you guys being patient. Call line is open, 205-850-1994. As you know, same rules apply as always. If you called in yesterday, you're off today. And then I'll take your calls on the next day. That keeps the rotation fresh. It makes for the show better. And I appreciate you guys following those rules. So thank you so much, for calling in. If you're new to the program, thank you so much, Will, for the super chat. That's what's up, dog. Appreciate you, man. I'll ask you, hey, you're on the line with Kyle Henderson, who I'm on the line with, where you calling in from, and, then we'll kind of go from there. All right? So, call line is open, 205-850-1994. 1994 is the call-in line. Again, those are the rules that we have on the show, and I appreciate you guys following that. Thank you so much. I think when you kind of look to Alabama's defense, right, the great thing about the defense is the experience in the secondary, right? And when you have that sort of experience in the secondary, it's going to give you a lot of opportunity to be more aggressive on the pass rush, right? And I think that's all an area where we feel that Alabama needs to improve on going into this season. And I think if you're more active in getting after the quarterback with that experienced secondary, you're going to have a defense that is that much better. 205, let's take it right now.
Hey, how you doing, Kyle?
What's up, brother? Who am I on the line with and where are you calling in from?
It's AJ, man. I'm calling in from Huntsville. Man.
What's up, AJ? Welcome to the show, brother. Thanks for calling in, man.
No, man. I just wanted to give you a roll tide this morning, man. Tell you keep it up, man. I'm a supporter in you, and I watch you pretty much every morning as I work, so appreciate everything you do, man.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the support from Huntsville. I mentioned, many different times that Huntsville is a great city, man. I had no idea when I went up to Huntsville is going to be like that, man. But, you got a nice city, man. You got any, questions or kind of observations, kind of going into this season about, the defense particularly?
Well, I definitely think we'll have a strong secondary. The linebackers, considering the got one returning starter, which is a transfer. So, we'll see how it goes, man. But I'm looking forward to it. I think they'll be hungry.
What do you think about Kane Womack?
Man, I think a lot of people give him hell, man. But I think he's done a great job since he's gotten here. Each year, the past couple of years, he's gotten better. So I don't have anything but good hopes for him, man.
Right? Yeah, I know, man. It's I think there was it would have been scary if he would have got poached. That was kind of one of the biggest blessings, right? Is that you were able to get
for sure.
that you're able to keep Kane Womack. I think we go into this season. Think about this, AJ. What if we would have gone into this season, getting taken to the woodshed by Indiana, and then going into this season, returning with Grubb and returning with a new defensive coordinator? People would have been absolutely talk about not being happy. My goodness, man.
That sounds like a fever dream to
me. All right, man. Anything else, AJ?
Well, I will say, Trent, Bama commit. I think if you have some time this fall, man, you need to go check out one of those Thompson games, man. You won't regret it. Yeah.
Seaborn, man, that kid's been doing it. And like I've been talking about the last couple of days, bro, I love somebody. Look, Seaborn wants to come to Bama for Bama. You know what I'm saying? He's here for the script A. He's gonna get, his bag. But, he's here because of Bama, and I'm glad that still exists because, in this world of now going to rental players, I think we're going to, get further and further away from that.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same, man. But he's definitely keeping hope alive, and I'll definitely crown him recruiter of 2027.
Yeah. All right, man. I appreciate it, bro. Thanks for calling in, AJ.
All right, man. You take care, man.
Yeah, you too, brother. All right, AJ calling in from Huntsville. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, could you imagine if Kane Womack would have, I guess, Arkansas, and then there was, Oklahoma State or something like that, right? I think those were, the two programs that were after him. I guess Arkansas would have been, that's a big job, clearly, but look, this is the thing, and this is why I think people want Jeremy Pruitt, maybe, is because they know that there's no way in hell that we go into 2027 and we're able to retain Kane Womack and Mo Lindquist. That's just not going to happen, okay? And I get it. Jeremy Pruitt, different system and stuff like that, but I think fans can maybe see the future. Do you think that Kane and do you think that Mo Lindquist are going to return for another season? I don't. Those guys are head coaches. They are head coaches, and I guarantee you that if Ryan Grubb would have had a better year, here at Alabama, even if Alabama would have finished like, I don't know, 50th running the ball or something like that, he would be gone as well. Okay? This is my prediction for 2027. Kane Womack's gone, Ryan Grubb's gone, and Mo Lindquist is gone. I think that's just kind of the nature of it. And I think people will take Grubb because he showed that he's improved and he'll still be a hot name. And I think Kane Womack, after another successful year because of that secondary that he has, along with Mo Lindquist, and I know you're probably like, what, man, you're freaking me out. That's what I think is going to happen. And guess what? Every single year that I've covered Alabama football since 2016, the same thing has happened. You've lost your OC, you've lost your DC, and you've been able to rebuild, reload, and retool. And the crazy thing is, you always kind of found a way to upgrade, not necessarily at the offensive coordinator position, but you get what I'm saying. So, all right, fam. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for being here on the program. If you want to call in tomorrow, definitely open to it. I have the call-in show open after my morning segment. So the call-in line number is 205-850-1994. Thank you for calling in the program, fam, and I will catch you guys tomorrow on Wake Up Bama, or as news happens right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Get inside the comment box. Thanks for the super chats today. I really appreciate you guys, and I will catch you guys tomorrow right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Probably later today. Actually, I'm working on something for later today. And then heads up, on Wednesday night, we're doing a watch along for Alabama and Texas A&M. So hopefully this is our first watch-along that they have. They win. The last two watch-alongs that we've had, they lost. So, I don't know. Hopefully there's not a correlation there. We got to do the watch-alongs, right? All right, fam. I love you guys. Thanks for kicking with me inside the comment box. And I'll catch you with you soon next time right here on Bama Football on YouTube. See you, fam.